Hi, I'm Kottaveiinflux, and every day is a journey into my mind, and I gently welcome you to my imagination and the next season of my life. So I hope y'all like my view. I'm out here in Finland at an artist residency. It's beautiful here. The air is so fresh, the water is delicious, and I woke up this morning thinking about that was some nature. Thinking about the birds are beautiful here. Thinking about these four postcards I've had in both of my last two homes I've owned. And one said peace, one said love, one said travel, and one said wellness. And I looked at them and looked at them and looked at them. And I decided it was too broad. I needed to narrow down some of my thoughts around those things, and underneath each, because I had this massive, mirror in my bathroom, underneath each, I started taking Post-its. I love me some Post-its, y'all. Y'all tell Post-it to call me. I would take Post-its and I would write affirmations for what I desired underneath each one of those things. Like even in terms of travel, like where do I want to go? How do I want to go? How long do I want to be there? Where do I want to be? With who? And I did the same thing for peace. What brings me peace? What makes me feel peaceful? How do I want to be in my peace? And also wellness and love, things centered around my physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and love. And that one's a little more deep because it was not only, desiring the love of others, but the self-love I have for myself, amplifying and magnifying that because I love me some me. Particularly at this stage of my life where I feel so free and in a way I've not been able to feel before. And every day when I went into the bathroom, because the mirror was in the bathroom and you're going to go at some point during the day, I would look at these Post-its posted up with my thoughts on them. And I was perpetually adding, either looking or adding, right? And on the days I felt like, I lost myself, I literally could not only stare into the mirror, but stare at the mirror with my thoughts around how I wanted to feel moving through this world. I think particularly when you're creative and you have wanderlust and your desire is to let things that come through you creatively like fully move through you, it's a little more difficult when the world says go to work, do these things, do it this way. That oftentimes doesn't work. I know, really for me, even when I've moved in a very traditional way, my spirit has always been light and airy and as if someone else would describe it, free like a bird. I really have that desire to soar. So I even say that even when my body's contained, my mind is still free. And you may say, what does any of this have to do with art? A lot. Or artist residencies. Or this app I created, Artist Residency Atlas. Most of, I think, your desire to have something and having it actually happen, you have to see it first. You have to write it down. You have to say it out loud. Right? I was reminded on Facebook that about 12 years ago, I said, I'm a nomad, if only in my mind. And here it is, less than a decade later, and it's not in my mind. I am moving around. I have been moving around, but not to this level of freedom. And it really has piqued and inspired my creativity. It's really magnified the joy I already have. It has brought light into my life. One of the other artists here asked me, what color is your soul? And I was like, ooh, that's a good question. And my answer was iridescent. It's iridescent. And I showed her the word incandescent. I think both of those are truth of who I am and who I'm becoming creatively. I am light filled. I'm multi-light filled. And in rooms where there's darkness, I bring the light. So if y'all might hear the wind now, it's beautiful here. The wind, the sun. I know y'all see those clouds in the background moving behind me. Those are real and fluffy. Looks like you could just squeeze them out and get some delicious water from them. So I am now using those post-its I have here, beginning to repost, refine, relook at who I'm becoming and how I'm becoming and why I'm becoming and what I'm becoming and where I'm becoming that. All of those things, the who, what, when, where, and whys of being Kottaveiinflux, being this artist residency, living the atlas, not just talking about it. I hope that I am an example for people who have this desire to do this, whether you have children, whether you have partners, whether you have a regular job, whatever it is you have that you feel is stopping you, there's space for you in that. Some of these artist residencies can go for a week, up to a year. You can pick and choose what works and suits your life. One of the things I know for sure about me is I am definitely going to live every drop of this life. And when I'm off of this earthly plane, I want to know that this was a life well lived, that I didn't waste any of the gifts, talents, and abilities that were given to me when I came in the world. So it's been a bit chilly here, but today is nice outside, so I brought y'all outside with me. I normally sit out here. I normally walk a little bit as well, look at the foliage and listen to the birds and see the rabbits. Oh my gosh, the other morning I was making my coffee and I saw these two kangaroos coming down the drive. I was like, I didn't know there was kangaroos in Finland, where there's not. They were like white-tailed rabbits. Those things were massive. They were like the size of a toddler. But I digress. Yeah, so really, I challenge you all. Get one, I had different colors for different things, but get you a color of Post-it you like, right? Somewhere you're going to see it daily or multiple times a day. Begin writing out those things that you want for your life. Your categories may be different, but definitely affirm them as if they already exist. If you want to be stronger, I am strong. If you want to be more creative, I am creative. If you want to be, more free, I am more free. There's a lovely quote I love, and I'll have to come back and think about who said it, but it's to the effect of, I am are the two most powerful words you can speak, but because what you say afterwards informs your reality. So be careful with your words. Choose things that choose you and inform your life creatively or as you want it to be, and lean deeper into that direction. Yesterday, I spent most of the day making art. Today is kind of a research day, but I'm also inspired, so I may make some little things. And I have deeply accepted that this journey where I'm at right now is not about the end product. It's about the process. It's about gaining the joy and the light I get from creating. Remembering that youthful me that was like making with free abandon with whatever was available to me, and not being so hard on myself, feeling the need to make a finished piece. I've been doing something on this trip I normally don't do. I've been sharing some of the work in process, whether I finish it or not. As I said with my app, Artist Residency Atlas, I put it out there and I'm still making adjustments, but I think it's very good. But I don't care about being caught trying. I'd rather be caught trying than to not try at all. So I'm going to be putting work out there. I'm making in process, whether I love it or not. I'm not brave enough like one of my friends to video me actually making the work. Maybe I'll get to that point. But right now I'm learning to share things in process. I'm learning to listen to constructive criticism from other creatives I highly respect. I'm learning to lean into the part of myself that owns this season of my life. And I hope you'll join me on this journey. So if you like today's talk, please like this post, subscribe to my channel, and if a bonus, share with a friend. And I will see you back tomorrow. Here I am, Kottaveiinflux, living my life with no ceiling, no floor, no walls, no box, just the world.